Giant rat that fell from the sky is a new species. The coconut-eating rodent fell from a cut tree in the Solomon Islands, according to a new study. But first, if you want to stay up to date with everything that happens in the animal world, sign up and leave your like. For more than 20 years, the inhabitants of the Solomon Islands have been telling stories about the giant rats that live high in the trees. But no one has ever been able to prove that the creature actually exists, until November 2015, when loggers cut down a 30-foot tree on Vangunu Island. A mouse also fell with the tree. Unfortunately, the fall took his life. But luckily, the ranger at a nearby reserve, Hakuna Judge, witnessed the animal's last moments. Knowing he had found something special, Judge preserved the rodent's remains and sent them to the Queensland Museum in Australia. "I knew immediately it was something new," said breast zoologist Tyrone Lavery, a fellow at the Queensland Museum and the Chicago Field Museum who has been searching for the rat since 2010. At almost 1 kilogram and 45 centimeters long, the Vangunu giant rat, Eurymes vika, is about 4 times larger than urban sewer rats around the world. It is the first rodent species recorded in the Solomon Islands in 80 years. Life in the trees. Even for a single species, the giant rat's habits surprised scientists. For example, the long, hairless, scaly tail likely helps the rodent grasp branches and navigate the forest canopy. Wide hind legs, with large saws and curved claws, must also be adaptations for life in trees, according to Lavery, who, together with Judge, is co-author of the article published in the Journal of Mammalogy, where the new species was described. Like most rodents, the Vangunu rat has large, sharp incisors that it apparently uses to chew canarium nuts. Rats also like coconuts, according to Vangunu locals. This area of the Pacific, Melanesia, is home to a variety of rodent species, said Nathan Whitmore, a biologist at the Society for Wildlife Conservation in Papua New Guinea who was not involved in the study. "The problem is that they are increasingly difficult to find," Whitmore said in an email. "Many are likely to go extinct before we know they existed." Rat race against extinction. That's why Lavery and Judge were lucky to find the Vangunu rat. The rapid destruction of its forest habitat could indicate the animal is critically endangered. Loggers have already cut down 90% of the trees in the Solomon Islands. In Vangunu, the rats are confined to a patch of forest measuring just 80 square kilometers. The only specimen in the study was collected in Zaira, a community that opposes tree cutting. Feral cats and other invasive species may also be preying on or competing with the Vangunu rat, Whitmore points out. These exotic rats have also fallen victim to the extinction of native rat species on Christmas Island due to the spread of trypanosome parasites, he said. Of course, describing the species is the first step to saving it. In general, you can apply for conservation resources for species that you can't prove exist, Whitmore said. That makes Tyrone's work especially valuable.